If you are in the UK and you're looking to build the best PC for your budget that achieves great gaming performance and avoid any potential bottlenecks or FPS issues, then you came to the right place. I will show you the best UK PC build at different price points, going through the best budget, value, and most expensive systems out there for any monitor resolution, whether it's 1080p, 1440p, or 4K. I also made sure that every component is compatible with each other and you get the fastest gaming performance for the price that you pay. You will find the links to every computer down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have the best budget UK build. This one will be under £1,000 and it will be top tier for 1080p resolution, high to ultra settings gaming, and you can also use it for 1440p. Now, I will get to the exact level of gaming performance in just a second. The reason why this PC is amazing is because you get the Ryzen 5 7600 CPU alongside the RX 9060 XT graphics card. You get 16 gigs of VRAM inside of the graphics card, which will be perfect for any resolution, even if you want to play at 4K. Now, since you get the Ryzen 5 CPU, you also get very fast FPS when it comes to esports shooters because they will require more from your CPU. So if you play games like Valorant, CS2, or Fortnite competitive settings, you will be achieving well over 240 plus FPS on average, 1440p and 1080p resolution. So feel free to go with a 1080p or 1440p 240Hz monitor. Now, when it comes to gaming performance in the most high demanding games out there, like Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1, Hogwarts Legacy, you will be achieving well over 90 FPS when it comes to 1080p, and then you will be achieving over 70 FPS on average in these high demanding games at 1440p. Inside of this system, you get great airflow and amazing aesthetics from the Montec Air 100 RGB case, which comes with pre-installed RGB fans, so you don't have to worry about CPU or GPU temps. Then you get Wi-Fi included. You also get 32 gigs of RAM, so it will be ideal for streaming as well or content creation. And the total price by the time of filming will be around £800. So an amazing price for a PC that's going to be perfect for both 1080p and 1440p resolution on a budget. Now, if you're looking for the best price to performance system, so you want to achieve the highest frame rates at any resolution at the lowest price, I do recommend you getting this next system, which also has the same CPU as the PC I mentioned before in the Ryzen 5 7600, but this time you get the NVIDIA RTX 5070 for the graphics card. This graphics card is one of the best 1440p graphics cards out there that you can also use for 4K resolution 60 plus FPS or 1080p maxed out settings. In fact, at 1440p you will be achieving over 100 FPS on average, high demanding games, high to ultra settings, and 60 plus FPS when it comes to 4K resolution in these high demanding games. And you can possibly even average more in these demanding titles if you play with DLSS enabled, which is the upscaler from NVIDIA and works amazingly well. When it comes to esports shooters, you can expect well over 300 plus FPS when it comes to competitive settings at 1440p resolution. So you can go ahead and buy a 360Hz 1440p or 1080p monitor if you want to compete in these type of games. For the rest of the components, you get a very similar system to the last one. You get the same Montec Air 100 RGB case, which, as I said before, is an amazing case, and then you get Wi-Fi included and 32 gigs of RAM once again, so this PC is also great for content creation and productivity work. However, inside of this system you get 2TB of SSD, so you get more storage. Trust me, 2TB is plenty of storage for most people, so you can install a bunch of games or a bunch of programs without any issues. You also get a better quality power supply, and the total price for this system will be around £1,050 by the time of filming. Maybe when you're watching this, the price is different, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down below, but honestly, around £1,000 for this system is actually a very fair price. Now, if you want the best value PC for 4K resolution, so you want to play at 4K high to ultra settings with no issues, or you want to max out 1440p resolution, so you want to play with ray tracing enabled, well, this next PC is going to be the perfect one for you. This system comes with the Ryzen 7 9700X, which is an 8-core CPU. You're getting an amazing productivity work CPU, and of course, for gaming, if you want to play high CPU demanding games, it's going to be ideal, or if you want to play esports shooters and achieve very high frame rates. Now, alongside this CPU, you get one of the fastest graphics cards in the entire market in the RX 9070 XT. In fact, this graphics card is the fastest one that you can get from AMD at the moment. At 4K, you can expect well over 80 FPS and over 130 FPS when it comes to 1440p on average in these high demanding games, which is an insane level of gaming performance. Also, if you have more money to spend, you can go with the NVIDIA alternative, which is the NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti, which will give you about the same level of rasterized performance, but it's better when it comes to ray tracing performance. So if you care about ray tracing at all, going with NVIDIA is going to be better, and you you also get DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia, and it works better than FSR from AMD, and it is supported by more games. So overall, if you have more money, yes, go with the Nvidia 5070 Ti, but if you don't, that's totally fine, because the 9070 XT is an amazing price to performance, high-end graphics card. Here you also get Wi-Fi included, 2 TB of SSD, so plenty of storage, 32 gigs of RAM, and you get one of the most premium quality cases in the Montech King 95 Pro. This case is great when it comes to airflow, quality, and aesthetics. Now, the price for this system is not cheap by any means, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the best price to performance system for 4K. At the moment, the price for the system with the 9070 XT goes for under £1,400, and if you want to go with Nvidia instead, the price will be under £1,500. So again, not cheap, but definitely a really good price if you want the best price to performance system for 4K, or if you want to max out 1440p resolution. And then if you just don't care about money, you want the fastest performance for both gaming and content creation, I recommend you getting this next system, which has the fastest graphics card in the entire market in the Nvidia RTX 5090, alongside the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming in the Ryzen 7 9800X3D. With this combo, you will be able to max out any game at 4K, whether it's the most high demanding game out there, or it's an esports shooter where you want to max out the FPS. That way you get the fastest refresh rate monitors out there. It doesn't matter. This PC will be the fastest one, but it's also going to be the most expensive one. Instead of this system, you also get a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler to cool down the Ryzen 7 processor, so amazing cooling and aesthetics. And you also get a Montech King 95 Pro, which, as I said before, is one of the best cases out there. Overall, you get a very premium quality computer that's going to cost you around £3,000. So very, very expensive. And if you want to get a pre-built PC instead, because maybe you don't want to build one yourself, and that's completely understandable, not everyone wants to build a PC themselves. In that case, I do recommend you watching my video on the best pre-built PCs from the UK. You will find it in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.